The lost city of Atlantis, was it real, a warning, or something more? In approximately 360 BCE, the Athenian philosopher Plato included in two of his dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, an account of a powerful ancient civilization he called Atlantis. According to Plato, the story was told to the Athenian statesman Solon by Egyptian priests, who maintained records going back 9,000 years. Atlantis, they said, was a great naval power that had controlled much of the Mediterranean world 9,000 years before Solon's time, that is, around 500 BCE. In a single day and night, following a failed military campaign against Athens, Atlantis was destroyed by floods and earthquakes and sank into the Atlantic Ocean. Plato's description of Atlantis is remarkably specific. The capital city was built on a set of concentric rings of land and water, with a central island containing the royal palace and a temple to Poseidon. The outer rings were connected by tunnels that could be navigated by ships. The island was rich in minerals, including orichalcum, a metal described as second only to gold in value. The Atlanteans had elephants. They built magnificent buildings and had a navy that dominated the known world. This level of architectural and cultural specificity is unusual for a story Plato used as a philosophical illustration. The strongest argument that Atlantis is fictional is its function in Plato's dialogues. The story appears in Timaeus and is expanded in Critias, both philosophical works concerned with the nature of good governance, the corruption of power, and the importance of virtue. Atlantis serves in these dialogues as a negative example, a civilization that began with divine gifts and wisdom, but was corrupted by wealth and power, leading to their destruction by the gods. Athens, which resisted Atlantis, represents virtue. Atlantis represents vice. The story is philosophically convenient in a way that real historical events rarely are. The strongest argument that Atlantis is based on a real event is the Minoan civilization. The Minoans were an advanced Bronze Age civilization centered on Crete that dominated the eastern Mediterranean around 1600 BCE. The island of Thura, now Santorini, which was part of the Minoan world, was destroyed by one of the largest volcanic eruptions in recorded history around 1628 BCE. The eruption triggered tsunamis that devastated the Minoan coastal settlements and may have contributed to the civilization's collapse. A real advanced civilization, destroyed by a catastrophic natural event, possibly preserved in memory and distorted by 1,200 years of oral transmission before reaching Plato. The mathematical discrepancy between the Thura eruption and Plato's dates is significant. Plato placed Atlantis 9,000 years before Solon, around 9,500 BCE. Thura erupted around 1628 BCE. These dates are off by nearly 8,000 years. Some scholars have proposed that the Egyptian priests' record-keeping confused lunar months with solar years, which would shrink 9,000 years to approximately 900 years, placing the event around 1,500 BCE, much closer to the Thura eruption. This is ingenious but requires assuming a specific error in the transmission of a story we cannot independently verify. Several specific geographic locations have been proposed as Atlantis. The Azores, volcanic islands in the Atlantic, in roughly the right location, though formed by geological processes inconsistent with a sudden sinking. The coast of Spain near Cadiz, where satellite imagery has revealed what some researchers believe are circular structures consistent with Plato's description. Antarctica, visible from space as a continent that was ice-free in deep geological time. Cuba. The Bahamas, where the Bimini Road, a formation of underwater stones, attracted significant attention in the 1960s. None has produced confirmatory evidence. Modern oceanographic and geological knowledge makes the literal Atlantis story implausible. Continents do not sink in a day and night. The Atlantic Ocean floor has been mapped, and there is no evidence of a sunken continent. The ocean floor between Europe and America is basaltic oceanic crust, which cannot support continental material. If an Atlantis-sized landmass had sunk in 9,500 BCE, the geological evidence would be unambiguous and unmistakable. It is not there. Whatever truth underlies the Atlantis story, if any, It is not a large island that sank in the Atlantic. Atlantis has never been found because it may not be there to find. But the story has never stopped being told because it answers a human need, the need to believe that human greatness existed before us and that its loss is a warning we should heed. Every generation that seeks Atlantis is really seeking something about itself. Evidence that civilization is fragile, that virtue matters, that power corrupts, and that the sea takes back what it is owed. Those were Plato's themes. They are still ours. Whether Atlantis was real or not, it is about something that is.